For nearly a decade, the United States had been relentlessly searching for a single individual. This was because on September 11th, he had orchestrated a terrorist attack on America's tallest towers, the World Trade Center, killing nearly 3,000 people. This individual was Osama bin Laden, a Muslim militant fighter widely recognized as the founder of the Al-Qaeda organization, who had dared to challenge a global superpower like the United States. However, the consequence of his defiance was that the country where he resided and his entire organization came under a relentless barrage of gunfire and bombs. Consequently, he was forced to spend the remainder of his life in hiding. Yet, despite years of exhaustive searching by American intelligence agencies and the military, they never once managed to catch even a fleeting glimpse of Osama bin Laden. Mysteriously, Laden had vanished into thin air. Then, suddenly one day, news broke that Osama bin Laden had been tracked down, his hideout breached, and his body riddled with bullets. How did America, which had spent 10 grueling years searching for him until it was at its wit's end, suddenly manage to locate him in the span of a single night? In today's video, you will learn the full story behind this event. The year was 2009 and the month was May. A clandestine meeting was underway in the United States Situation Room. Present in the room were President Barack Obama and a select group of high-ranking administration officials involved in national security. Following the conclusion of the meeting, President Obama retired to the Oval Office, accompanied by his Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel, National Security Advisor Thomas Donnellan, and Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta. There, behind closed doors, he initiated a confidential discussion with them. He issued a directive. Osama bin Laden had to be found by any means necessary. Furthermore, he ordered that comprehensive reports regarding this mission be submitted to his desk on a monthly basis. President Barack Obama chronicled this entire episode in his memoir, A Promised Land. He recounts that on September 9th, Secretary of Defense official Leon Panetta, accompanied by his subordinate, Michael Vickers, unexpectedly requested a private audience with President Obama. They informed him, "Mr. President, we have managed to gather a limited amount of intelligence regarding Osama bin Laden. We also gathered specific intelligence regarding a messenger for the Al-Qaeda organization named Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti. According to our investigators, this individual shares a close relationship with bin Laden. Our detectives have been tracking his phone calls and keeping him under surveillance." They informed President Obama that this individual had been sighted in Abbottabad, located 35 kilometers from Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. Subsequently, on December 14, 2009, Leon and Mike met with President Obama once again. On this occasion, they were accompanied by the CIA's chief of counterterrorism, who also served as the head of the operation targeting Osama bin Laden, and an intelligence analyst. They briefed the president on all the information they had gathered regarding that specific location in Pakistan. In their assessment, there was a strong possibility that bin Laden was hiding there. In his memoir, CIA Director Leon Panetta noted that the compound in Abbottabad, the very structure we had placed under surveillance, was significantly larger than the surrounding residences. In fact, it was approximately 8 times larger. The owner of this property was named Ibrahim. However, his financial standing was not such that he could plausibly own a property worth millions of dollars. Moreover, despite possessing such a massive estate, he and his family resided in a small section of the compound's courtyard. The structure itself was a 3-story building featuring a balcony on the top floor. A balcony, however, that had been completely enclosed by a high wall. This naturally raises a pertinent question. Why was the balcony walled off? Furthermore, intelligence operatives observed that instead of handing over household waste to the municipal garbage collection service, as is customary, the residents would burn their refuse right there in the courtyard. American intelligence agents also noted another intriguing detail. An unidentified individual was occasionally seen visiting the compound, yet he appeared to have no familial or personal connection to the homeowner. Since his identity remained unknown, a number of detectives within the U.S. intelligence community began to focus their suspicions on this mysterious stranger. Their hypothesis was that this individual could in fact be Osama bin Laden. In his memoir, Barack Obama writes that under these circumstances, they were left with only two options. 1. The first option was to conduct an airstrike to destroy the compound and subsequently announce that American forces had killed bin Laden. However, this approach presented a significant problem. If the property was destroyed by an airstrike, it would be impossible to prove, by any means, that Osama bin Laden had actually been present there. Furthermore, if al-Qaeda were to declare that bin Laden was not dead but still alive, the United States would be unable to conclusively prove his death, no matter how hard it tried. Moreover, launching an airstrike to kill bin Laden carried the risk of killing many innocent civilians residing in the vicinity. For this reason, the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Vice President explicitly vetoed this option, insisting that no strike be made against Pakistan that could result in harm to the general public. In their estimation, such a strike could cost the lives of approximately 10 to 20,000 innocent people, while conversely, the intended target might not even be killed. Consequently, they refused to grant permission for this type of mission under any circumstances. On the other hand, the second option involved a select team of military personnel entering the compound via helicopters to launch a strike against Osama, kill him, and make a swift exit. Under this scenario, even if the Pakistani military and police wished to retaliate, they would not have the opportunity to do so. Barack Obama was particularly fond of this second option. Subsequently, using satellite imagery, a three-dimensional model of the Abbottabad compound was constructed. Once the plan was finalized, Vice Admiral McRaven briefed Obama on the details of the operation. According to the plan, U.S. Navy SEALs would enter Pakistani airspace from Jalalabad, Afghanistan, utilizing 2 helicopters. However, Obama asked McRaven what measures would be taken if our Navy SEALs were to encounter the Pakistani Air Force in such a situation. In response to this query, McRaven stated that the plan had been formulated with that contingency in mind. Yet, Obama pressed further. This mission will be time-consuming. We must enter the compound and locate Laden. What if Laden retreats into a secure bunker, and during that time, Pakistani forces arrive at the scene and a firefight ensues? How would our troops be extricated? McRaven replied that in such a scenario, our Navy SEALs would prevent anyone from entering the compound, and furthermore, noted that the U.S. government would engage in diplomatic negotiations with Pakistan to secure the return of any captured troops. Many supported this plan devised by McRaven. However, Hillary Clinton opposed it. In her view, the operation risked damaging diplomatic relations between the United States and Pakistan. Moreover, she warned that an armed confrontation with the Pakistani military could result in American casualties. Subsequently, on April 13, 2011, Barack Obama emailed several of his officials, summoning them to a meeting in the diplomatic reception room. There, in their presence, he granted final authorization for the Abbottabad mission. On May 2, 2011, as morning was breaking in the United States, deep night was descending on Pakistan. On that day, Barack Obama arose early, even before the usual bustle of the White House had begun. After spending some time chatting with Marvin Nicholson, he returned to the White House complex. There, Marvin Nicholson, Reggie Love, Pete Rouse, and several other key officials were already waiting for him. As the clock struck 2, 2 Black Hawk helicopters carrying a team of courageous Navy SEALs departed from Jalalabad, Afghanistan, heading towards Abbottabad, Pakistan. 2 additional helicopters landed just inside the Pakistani border. Accompanying them were a Pakistani translator and an army dog named Cairo. At this time, Obama was in the Situation Room. There, Leon Panetta was connected via video conference to CIA headquarters in Langley. Meanwhile, Panetta was also linked to the Navy SEALs in Jalalabad, while an Air Force